Hey everyone, so welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. I am going to give you guys a couple of clips of my morning and my afternoon. I made some coffee, I baked some muffins. And most of my day today has honestly been trying to get everything ready for Vlogmas. You know what I mean? Like, I did film a video. I actually filmed my wrap up and I'm editing that right now as we speak. Well, technically not right now, but I was editing it just like a second ago. And then I also had to do my hair because I washed it yesterday and it needed to be straightened and, you know, blown out, whatever. So yeah, and this is what I've been doing with my hair lately actually, is that I have been washing it one day and then letting it dry basically completely, still slightly damp and nothing too crazy, and then the next day I will just blow dry it straight and give it a slight curl at the ends. I feel like that really helps to keep my hair looking pretty good every single day, where I don't have to do too much heat damage to it every day. For a while I was just straightening it completely, like no curl at all, and I would have to do that nearly every day. So I figured, let me try this and see how it goes. And for some reason, if I just put it up into a ponytail and go to sleep, I wake up and I really just have to brush it and then it looks fine. So that's what we're doing for now. I like it. I think it's really pretty. It looks fine. This side didn't curl quite as much this time, if you can see that, compared to this one. But we're fine. It's not that big of a deal. As you can tell, it's dark now, so the lighting isn't the best, but I really just was not managing my time well today. I kind of blame myself, like listening to a podcast. Sometimes when I listen to podcasts, I tend to move a little bit slower because I'm just paying attention to the podcast and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So yeah, it took forever, and I was also doing laundry and a bunch of other stuff, so trying to clean up my room, make it look presentable. So yeah, I had a lot of stuff to do today, and it just wasn't fun stuff that I could put on Vlogmas or anything. But what I did want to do actually is show you guys some of the books that I got recently. I got 2 books very recently from the thrift store. I picked up The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna, which I was really excited about finding. My thrift store hasn't been the best with books lately. I feel like a lot of it's pretty picked over. Some days are better than others, but for the most part recently I just have not been getting a lot of luck. But I found this one and I'm really excited to read it. I read the first few pages just to see if I wanted to buy it, and I am really intrigued. So yeah, picked this one up. And then I also picked up The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. Did the same thing with this book, read the first few pages, and it sounds so interesting. And yeah, these books are both in really great condition, if you can tell. Like, they look nearly brand new. Thank you to whoever dropped these off at the thrift store. I am so excited to read these. Currently, like I said, I am editing one of my videos. I just filmed my wrap up. I only read about 4 books in the month of November, so it wasn't like a super long wrap up or anything, but yeah, I felt like I wanted to do that for my first video of Vlogmas, and it's taking me a while to edit it because technically I should have done it yesterday, but yeah, it wasn't gonna happen yesterday. I also did my nails. I was wearing my rings, but I was kind of getting distracted by them while I was editing These are the rings I got from Ana Luisa. I've been wearing them so much lately, and I think that they are awesome, so highly recommend. And I've gotten a lot of good compliments on them, like in real life. And like I said, I've been wearing them a lot lately, and they have not tarnished at all, like not even a little bit. So that is really cool, because I literally got these two really cute rings from Old Navy last year, and I wore them a lot for like a couple of months, and this is what they look like now. I don't know if you could see it. Like, this one is less tarnished, but this one is like super tarnished. Yeah, as you can see, they were both gold. They were both gold. And that's what happened. And it's really cute because it's like a little heart, and they were so sweet. Like, I would just wear basically the same way I was wearing those. I would just wear it like this. And yeah, they tarnished so quickly, like literally within like a week, I think. So that was such a bummer, but yeah, I really love the Ana Luisa jewelry so much more because I can wear them all the time and I don't have to worry about them getting gross. So, and I also have my earrings in too. I've been wearing these literally nonstop. I took them out for a little bit just to clean my ears, but yeah, I have not taken these out otherwise, and they look fantastic. So the hype is there, and it's real, and it's worth it. So also, I just had to restart my computer. That's what I've been waiting on, because I haven't opened my laptop in a while, and I guess I needed to update it. So I just let it do that, and it's complete. So that means that I can get onto my computer and we can do a little bit of writing tonight, I'm hoping. I guess I haven't really talked a lot about my work in progress, and honestly, I am still trying to decide what I want to work on. I have two work in progresses that I'm really excited about, and I don't know which one I want to focus on. So I have a baseball romance, which I am in love with. I think is so much fun. I just live for it because it's really hard to find good baseball romances. Like, there are baseball romances out there, but none that are like my particular fancy, I guess, like what I'm particularly interested in. And the premise of the one that I'm writing is just something that I'm looking for and something that I'm really passionate about. So I have been really loving writing that lately, but I do have a work in progress that is a little bit further into the progression of like being complete. And that one is a dark academia. And I actually just recently figured out what I want to do with it. And recently I actually just like made like this whole long note. And I just, seriously, like, it's really long, as you can see, and that was all me just like voice texting this note to myself, talking about what I wanted to do with the plot, because I felt like before I was getting really stuck, and I was kind of not really knowing where I wanted to go or what I wanted to even say with this book, and I felt like that's what was missing, and that's what was hindering my completion of the book. I think my problem with it before was that I was trying to make it too fantasy, if that makes sense. Like, yes, it is a fantasy at the end of the day because the premise is very fantastical, but I felt like I was really trying a little bit too hard to make it a fantasy when it really wants to be more so like closer to magical realism than it wants to be closer to fantasy. I think I'm about like 65,000 words into it, so not super far, but it's much further than my baseball romance. So I'm kind of debating whether I want to work on either of those, because if I do the baseball romance, I already have that all figured out and it's basically just writing it. But then if I want to do my dark academia, it's more so of a rewrite situation, which is a bit more daunting, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. So I'm gonna think about it. I might switch back and forth between these projects, whatever I'm feeling, but I really just want to write. So that's the plan. So yeah, I need to finish editing this video. Hopefully I can get it posted at some point. It might be a little bit of a late posting, which is kind of annoying. It might mess up my schedule a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will talk to you guys in maybe like an hour or so. Good morning, everybody. I think that I talked to you a little bit yesterday, so technically this isn't everything from yesterday. I just was so busy and I could not get everything together in the right amount of time, and so I was kind of like struggling and trying to get everything done, and I not lost track of time, but just like ran out of time. So we are going to complete yesterday's vlog today. I already had breakfast. It's about 10:30. I had breakfast. I'm having my first cup of coffee, thank God. I have these really cute little mugs that we got from Target, I believe in like the dollar section. This came in a pack of 2 mugs. This one says obviously 'tis the season, and I can't remember what the other one says, but it's green and it's really cute. And I love it. I think it's adorable. And I love these kind of mugs that have like the sort of like lip on the side, on the edge. I think that they're so cute. Drinking my coffee. I washed my face, did some skincare. I think it looks pretty good. And then I helped my brother. Well, I didn't really help him, but I did stand there while he cleaned out the car. I gave moral support. I'm very good at giving moral support. So those are all the updates for right now. I did want to talk about the book I'm currently reading. I'm actually kind of currently reading a few books at the moment. Really only 2 that I'm like dedicated to reading, but I am currently physically reading Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I don't even know where that book is in my room. It might be on the other side of my bed. I am currently reading that one. I'm a little over 200 pages into that book and I'm loving it. It is so good. I really just need to dedicate my brain space to reading that physically, because I did try the audiobook and I didn't love it. It wasn't my favorite. I really did not vibe with the narrator. So I have to read that physically, which is totally fine, but it just is going to take a little bit longer. But it is a very, very good book. I highly, highly recommend it. And then I'm hoping that I'm going to read Spinning Silver when I'm done with that one. So maybe we can get to that at some point. Hopefully by the end of the year. That's what I would love to do, because I actually own Spinning Silver as well physically. So I could read it physically, but I think that there is a different narrator for that book. I kind of feel like I can just get the audiobook for that one, try it out, see if I prefer that narrator, and then read that one. But Uprooted is so freaking good. I don't know why I put it off for so long. It had been sitting on my shelves for so long that I couldn't even find it when I was looking for it to read. I was like, I think I lost it, or like I was worried that I sold it or something for some reason, and I had to go back and rewatch old videos and like look at old pictures of my shelves to be like, I definitely owned it, right? Then I started questioning if I actually owned it. And I did, and I was like, oh, and then I realized where I'd put it. And it was on, I think it was on my TBR cart. So that was definitely really weird, but yeah, I am loving it. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so like darkly whimsical. It's definitely a very good book, and I highly recommend it if you've never picked it up. And it just is setting the bar so high for any fantasy book that I read in the future. I'm like, I don't know how I'm ever going to read a fantasy book that's better than Uprooted. And then people are telling me that Spinning Silver is even better. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Spinning Silver now. Because I'm like, is it really going to be better? Is this gonna like shake my world even more? So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really excited to finish it and get to Spinning Silver. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I'm also currently reading an audiobook from Audible because I had a free trial and I am just letting it expire. Obviously, I literally do not pay for Audible ever. And that is How to Lose a Guy Before Christmas by AJ Pine. And this is like an Audible original, so that's kind of why I figured I might as well read it before my free trial runs out. And I only have about 2 hours left of the audiobook. And I believe that this one is like 5.5 hours, so I'm a little over halfway through. And so far, so good. I am literally obsessed with this book. I cannot wait to finish it because I am just in love with it. I'm not personally typically a Christmas romance girly, which is so ironic because I love Christmas. Literally, my favorite holiday of the year. I love Christmas time. I am such a festive person, and I just don't ever read Christmas romance or holiday romance in general. But I really want to try this year to like find some that I love, because last year I did try a little bit, but I mostly looked at like Kindle Unlimited books, which are fine, and I read some like okay books, and I'll definitely try to read more holiday Kindle Unlimited books this year as well. However, I wanted to try to read some more like traditionally published books that are holiday romances. So definitely leave your recommendations down below. I would love to hear them. Basically, this book is about these two people who had once hooked up literally a month ago. Like, they hooked up over Thanksgiving, and they kind of had feelings for each other, but neither of them wanted to admit to it, and it was sort of like a hookup app, like meant for just like a one-night stand. And so they kind of figured like they're never going to talk to each other again. They're both kind of like, well, at least the guy, it seems to kind of be that situation where like the guy falls first. So he fell for her really, really hard, and he has a tough time with people leaving. And so he was even more heartbroken, and she has no idea because they don't even really know each other. And then on Christmas Eve, or like Christmas Eve, it's like one of the days leading up to Christmas, there is a huge storm and all of the flights are canceled, trains are booked up, everything. And the female protagonist, she downloads this app. It's like a rideshare app, but it's not like Uber. It's like where you're basically sharing someone's car with them and commuting that way. And lo and behold, she gets paired up with the guy that she hooked up with over Thanksgiving, and they are kind of butting heads at first because there's a lot of miscommunication, and they actually end up in this like festive little town called Tinsel, and they are stuck there because they had car trouble, and it's really cute. It's just really cute. I'm loving it so much so far. It's so much fun, and I cannot wait to see how it ends because it's just so sweet. So yeah, I definitely want to read more Christmas romances this year. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so I didn't complete my clip for yesterday's vlog for some reason. So I just wanted to finish up yesterday's vlog and say that I'm so excited to continue on with Vlogmas. I am really sorry about the weird uploading schedule. I'm going to try to get that fixed, especially by Monday. Hopefully it will be back on track. I kind of want to upload a little bit earlier. I don't want to like leave it to these like late night uploads. So yeah, definitely let me kind of get acclimated, and hopefully it'll get better. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, Storygraph, TikTok. All the links are down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!